Could you spend $1 trillion? We're gonna find out right now, guys.
You just got $1 trillion.
Ooh. Imagine if it pops up $1 trillion in your bank account like that. Oof, boy. Ooh, boy.
Not a million, not a billion, $1 trillion.
Ooh, let's go.
But there's a catch. You need to spend all of it in the next 24 hours, or you lose everything.
Okay.
This should be easy.
Okay. Let me think about it first. Okay, let me think about it first. How would you spend $1 trillion in 24 hours? Let me know in the comments down below. So I think the first thing I'd do is I would die. I was said die. No, I wouldn't die, bro. I'd buy a Ferrari, or not just a Ferrari, but like multiple Ferraris, or maybe just the whole car place, like the car deal. I'd buy as many burgers as I wanted to buy and give it to homeless people. Okay. And actually not just homeless, because there is so much money that you could just give it to homeless people, and also you can give it to like people, like normal people just walking on the street. You know what I'm saying? So like I just buy out like places, burger places, and just start distributing food across areas and cities and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the first thing. And then maybe I'd buy a jet. Maybe I'd buy what else? I think I'd buy an island. Ooh, I'd buy an island.
First, you need a new car. Go to your local exotic dealer.
See, that's the first thing he did. He bought a car, just same way I did. Guess I'm smart, huh?
Dealership and buy yourself a Lambo and a Ferrari and a McLaren. You know what? Just buy up the entire dealership. Now,
buy out the entire. That's exactly what I said. I literally said that. Come on, man.
You have the $12 million garage of your dreams. But there's one small problem. In order to spend $1 trillion in 24 hours, you would need to buy out that entire dealership every single second.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So it's not enough. We need more.
You need to think bigger. Let's hire 100 people to track down the 100 most expensive yachts and buy them for us. And let's throw in $1 million bonus for each mercenary. That'll be around a $40 billion check, but let's also buy the biggest
Icon of the Seas. Let's go.
Cruise ship of all time for $2 billion and fill it up to maximum capacity, paying for everyone's tickets and tossing in a Rolex too. Let's make
Ooh, that's actually a lot.
use of this ship's basketball court by buying up every single NBA team and having them battle it out. Then let's get
Bro, you know what makes me crazy? What makes me crazy about this whole thing is that there are levels to this game of wealth, right? Like there are fucking, sorry, I just dropped the F-bomb, bro. Bro, there are freaking levels to the game. Like for example, you can make $1 million. Say you make $1 million off of, I don't know, your business or something, and then like you're well off, you're like better than a lot of people, but that is actually nothing compared to actual wealth. Like people like dominating the game, you know, like people who own the game, you know, the people who own the capital, they own companies, they own these multi-billion-dollar companies, which is like nothing for them. Like they make $1 million every second, right? Even the thing with Elon Musk, I think the video I made about him or the research I made about him, he makes like 100K every second or something like this. That's how rich he is, you know. So like he makes $1 million pretty much every minute, even more than a minute, I guess, more than $1 million per minute. So that like there are levels to this freaking game. Like it's crazy how everything can just be so like out of reality that it's like it's even hard for me to comprehend. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, I'm talking a lot because this is a reaction channel, so I gotta talk, okay? Because I need to, you know, put my opinions in, etc. But yeah, we're gonna get along with it. We're gonna, get used to it because it's my first video.
Dog, Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, and Beyonce to perform for us before
at the same time.
sending them off to the International Space Station on a SpaceX rocket that costs $55 million per passenger. Now that you're hanging with rich people, you need a status symbol. You could buy the world's most expensive art piece for $500 million, but wow,
$500 million for that? Ugh, I'm not buying that. Actually, okay, I know it's art. I'm gonna respect the art, okay, but genuinely, I don't know if I'd do it.
Would you do that when you could just buy the entire Metropolitan Museum of Art for $100 billion, and then we could go over to transaction failed. There's no way we're already out of money. Yeah, we still have $800 billion.
Bro, the dude, bro, he just bought out an entire city and he still has got $800 billion. That's crazy. Like that's actually that's ridiculous. Like For me, I don't know.
The Metropolitan Museum is an educational institution whose assets are held for the public benefit and are not owned by... You know what? Forget about the Met. The entirety of New York City is worth around 1.3 trillion.
Damn. Okay, so 1.3 trillion for the whole New York City. Could you buy the entire city maybe? I mean, they're not going to allow you to buy the city, right? Because like it's for the government or whatever. But you see, like $1 trillion buys a city. I keep imagining like how much money would it cost to buy out the whole earth? Like how much would it be? Would it be like a quadrillion? What comes after the quadrillion? I don't know. It's not my native language. It's like quintillion, quimbillion. Blah, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. Not my native language, bro. But yo, how much money would it be to buy out the whole earth, bro? I'm gonna buy out the whole entire earth.
There are currently 33,210 vacant units available, so let's hire 33,000 people to snatch those up for us. And of course...
Ooh, okay. Yo, that was nicely made with Google Maps, I guess. Shout out to Jack Pockets, bro. I am trying to learn what this guy does, and he's a genius. We're gonna react to Jack Pockets videos. This guy is a straight up genius, bro. I really like the guy's videos because like he's super smart. The way he narrates the videos, you know, the animation, the storytelling, everything's just so on point. The guy's a freaking like, mwah. I wanna be Jack Pockets, bro. What the heck? Or at least learn how he edits, you know, how he does the things, because like he's super genius, bro.
We're throwing a 100K commission.
Damn, stop glazing, Samuel.
But here's something you need to think about. The most expensive real estate purchase in US history was this $240 million concrete brick. That might sound like a lot of money, but you spending $240 million is like an average person spending $60.
Wow. Average net worth, 200K. That's an average net worth.
I think instead of...
And I think he's talking about that in the US, because this is definitely not an average net worth for like normal people or like people outside of underdeveloped countries. For example, you know, like Latin America or these other more poor countries or underdeveloped countries, I should say. They do not have 200K just sitting down or sitting around their bank account. Oh my God.
Buying houses, you should build a mega project. The sky is truly your limit. You can
this is so nice.
Build your project wherever you want. If there's people in the way, buy them out with your pocket change.
Buy people out. Just buy them out, bro. They should disappear.
Or maybe try the Saudi Arabia method and relocate them into a graveyard.
What the heck?
Actually, I think the Middle East is exactly where we need to go. So
I like it.
Let's buy one Gulfstream G650 for each day of the year and fly across the world.
Yo, this is the Uncharted song. If y'all don't know this is Uncharted song. Ooh, man, that's a solid song, bro.
Welcome to the Arabian Peninsula, where people will build literally anything. The world's biggest picture frame, the world's largest clock, the massivest cube, the tallest structure ever, man-made sinking islands shaped after the world map from memory. These are cool. Let's build an even bigger artificial island for 20 billion. Of course,
ooh, let's go.
We can't forget about labor cost, so for that, let's budget in $10.
No, this is messed up. This is messed up, bro. I'm not, yo, that is horrible. This is horrible. Like, this is actually horrible. What you mean, Jack Pockets? $10, man. What the hell? More like $1. I'm just kidding. This is not true, okay?
Then let's buy every single one of those mega projects I just showed you for a total donation of $101,292,000,000 and $10 to our Middle Eastern boys.
Wow.
But while you're here, take a look at the Burj Khalifa, the current tallest building in the world. If you were to stack $1 bills to the very top, the tower would be worth $7.58 million. You still need to spend 87,000 times that. A stack so high, it would go past the International Space Station.
Look at this woman. She's just looking around. She's just looking around like everything is just so calm, and she's literally looking at the earth. Come on.
If you ever want to spend this money, you need to stop thinking in real estate and start thinking in 51st state. Do you see where I'm going with this? Buy a country. In 2010, the country of Liechtenstein put itself on Airbnb at 70 grand a night. This is literally nothing.
70 grand a night. Yeesh.
You can't be looking at countries hoeing themselves out for pennies. You need the ultimate prize. Somewhere cooler. Somewhere strategic. Let's buy
Somewhere cold.
Greenland.
Ooh, Greenland. Greenland.
Based on the market price of its mineral reserves, the world's biggest island has a price tag of around 200 billion. We can afford that. But there's one small thing in our way. During Trump's first term, when he proposed the conquest of Greenland, the country dismissed the idea as completely ridiculous and firmly stated that Greenland is not for sale.
Okay.
Huh. Let's buy an F-35 for $80 million. Fuck it. 2 F-35s. 3, 10, 100. 2 aircraft carriers, 3 destroyer ships, 1 ballistic missile submarine, 57,000 Blackwater soldiers, 1 for every citizen of Greenland.
Oh my god, he's gonna build his own army just so he can buy the freaking place.
Now we have a $50 billion makeshift military, and it looks like Greenland's for sale after all.
You see that people say that, okay, money is not everything. Okay, it may not be everything, but it's almost everything, right? You can just literally do almost anything with it. Sure thing, it's not gonna buy you, for example, if you're dying, it's not gonna give you your life back. But if you're broke and you're dying, you're also not gonna get your life back if you don't have any money to. So literally, bro, he bought an entire army, even though it's just, hypothetically. To show that, like, bro, money, unfortunately, it is everything, and you either have it and you are somebody, or you don't have it and you're nobody. And that's the craziest thing about money, it's like hell or heaven at the same time, depending if you have it or you don't have it. So this is just crazy to me, like how the system works, like how to make money, how to build wealth. Like, this is so crazy for me. Crazy.
But by this point in your trillionaire spending spree, people are
Oh, and also the craziest part about it is that if you just think about Elon Musk, he's gonna be the first trillionaire ever, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Last time I checked, he's was publicly said that he owns $600 billion, something like this. I think right now he's at 800 billion. Bro's gonna be a trillionaire. He's actually gonna have that. He can do whatever he wants with it, right? And dude, this is like, it's even hard for me to comprehend. If you really just think about it, like, it is so much money that you can't even fathom it. You don't even understand it. Like, it is not even life-changing. It's like freaking hundreds of generations changing or whatever. I don't even know how to explain, dude. This is crazy. Let's watch the video.
Starting to take notice. Your exploits might not have hit TikTok yet, but rumblings are beginning behind closed governmental doors. Luckily for you, there's not much politicians can say once you own them. Buy a politician. We got Trump here for $1.5 billion. Kamala is almost $2 billion.
$1.5 billion is not a lot. It's not a lot for him, to be honest.
But you do get a free Joe Biden. Let's buy up both of those and every sitting member of the Senate and House for a grand total of $7.2 billion for the
okay, that's a fair deal.
entirety of American politics. This is a great deal, but there's a catch.
There's always a catch. There's always a problem. And the storyline here is perfect too. W Jack Pockets, bro. This is a great video.
Money influences politics, but it doesn't always decide it. I mean, look at the presidential race. Democrats outspent Republicans and still lost. More recently, Elon dropped millions of dollars campaigning for an election in Wisconsin, only to find out that shit no longer works when everyone hates you. Even BlackRock doesn't always get what they want. $1 trillion gives you access to almost everything. But culture and public perception are things that are not for sale. Just kidding. Let's buy every
just kidding.
Single media
He's all serious and everything, and then he out of nowhere he just cuts it off. Come on, man.
company. The Washington Post, Time Magazine, the New York Times, Comcast, Fox. Global ad spend for an entire year is around $1 trillion. That averages to $3 billion a day. So let's run 1 week straight of propaganda and we should be good. But if you're still getting
Damn, bro, he can actually find ways to spend $1 trillion like that, because it really is a lot of money, but it's not that infinite money. It's still finite. You know what I'm saying? You can still spend that or go bankrupt, lose all of it. That's crazy. Like, damn, bro.
Heat, there's one final method you can use. A donation a day keeps the guillotine away.
What the heck?
It's time for philanthropy. There are a lot of causes to choose from, but you should start off with the people most in need. The US government. America is currently $36 trillion broker than a homeless person. That number
30. All right.
is increasing by $2 trillion a year. Luckily, we now have you. $220 billion honestly isn't gonna do much, but it's
Damn, it doesn't even make a dent.
definitely gonna help. Assuming, of course, that the US government efficiently manages a $250 billion cash injection. You might be wondering how you're gonna send the money. And the answer is pay.gov, an official website where you can make donations to the US government to reduce the public debt. So
Damn, I'm just gonna donate $1.
let's just enter in your $220 billion right here and well, turns out the maximum amount the Treasury accepts is only $1 million.
$1 million. Damn.
You just bought the government a bag of screws from Lockheed Martin. Maybe your money will put a bigger dent into medical debt. See, unlike
He's fucking genius, bro. I swear to God.
the government, broke people dying of cancer aren't allowed to print more money to pay off their crippling obligations. Instead, their unpaid debts get sold off to collections for pennies on the dollar. But because of this discount, charities like Undo Medical Debt can erase $100 worth of debt for every $1 donation they receive. And with that ratio, you could wipe out all the medical debt in the US for just $2.2 billion. But what about world hunger? The UN estimated it would take $40 billion each year to end world hunger by 2030.
40 billion each year.
We could afford that. Next, how about we help out malnourished and starving college students? Student loan debt in the US totals $1.777 trillion, with the government loaning out $87.2 billion a year. But before we try to attack this, there's a slight problem. Once
Like I said, always a problem.
universities catch wind that trillionaire Jesus is bailing out their victims, they'll probably just jack up their prices. On top of that, paying off loans might be seen as unfair to older generations who had to pay their way through college and pick themselves up by their bootstraps. Turns out philanthropy isn't as easy as it seems.
It's not easy. Building Amazon was not easy. Philanthropy is very similar. It's really hard.
I agree with Jeff here. Let's just buy another $500 million yacht.
Okay.
That's enough philanthropy for today.
Yeah. This guy, bro.
You still have $60 billion left, and I think I know how to spend it. It might be semi-cheating, but hear me out. 37% of Americans can't afford an unexpected purchase over $400.
Over $400. Damn, bro.
Being a trillionaire, your passive income earns you $400 every 0.126 seconds. The median net worth under 35 is $39,000. As a trillionaire,
Under 35?
you could exchange your toilet paper with rolls of $39,000 bills for your entire lifetime and it wouldn't put a dent in your finances. $1 trillion gives you horizons incomprehensible to the normal paycheck-to-paycheck living human. Even after your spending spree, you still have so much money left that it gives you too many options. You could launch space programs, clean up the ocean, fund institutions. 24 hours just isn't enough time for this much fun. So let's buy more time.
Ooh, that was oh my God, that was so smart. Let's buy more time. Let's go. Yo, something popped here. What the heck? He put something there. Oh, what the heck was that? Okay, I'm not stopping it, but anyways, bro, this video, I've watched this video before, right? So I'm reacting for the second time or like the third time because I watched this video so many times, bro. First off, I want to say that Jack Pockets, bro, the storytelling of this guy is just straight up genius. You know, I've been trying to learn how he does it, to, you know, learn like the styles because I also have like a little documentary channel in which I'm trying to learn from these big, crazy guys, right? Professionals. And like the storytelling here is perfect. You know, the music, the jokes, like the timing, everything's just so on point. And now talking about the topic specifically, which is like the trillion, it's crazy that unfortunately, bro, almost everything is money, if not everything, right? If most of our lives we're gonna spend, you know, working 2-3 jobs so that we can like have something, or maybe have to graduate, work a really high paying job, save up our whole life, invest in stocks, invest this, invest that, or maybe open a business, or maybe do this, maybe do that. Everything runs around money. And if you don't have it, as sad as it is, your life is going to be much more complicated than if you do have it. It's not that if you have money, you're not going to have any problems automatically, but I personally think that the problems you have with money are easier to handle if you do not have any money at all, because then you're going to be spending your lifetime, worrying about bills or food or survivalism, which is also a huge deal because you're just trying to survive, and like, it's just sad to me how everything works, inequality. But it's crazy. I mean, it's such a nice like way to think about things. Like, if you had, say you had $1 trillion, say you had just some of that, or $1 trillion, like, dude, you could literally retire your whole entire family. You could retire your son, your daughter, your mom, your dad, your cousin, everybody that you love, your friends, people that you care about. You can make their lives so much easier, so much better. And it's also really sad that most of our human relations, I would say, or relationships, they are ruined because of money. Like, say, for example, you're married and you're struggling financially. You're very likely to have problems in your marriage because you're struggling financially. You're going to start getting home exhausted and tired and anxious, and you're going to, be, that's going to cause like traumas to the relationship, to your loved one, and you're going to start arguing, and it's going to like bring other things until eventually you guys split. That happens everywhere. A lot of us also, we get sick. I would say we get sick because we're trying to like make money working a job that we don't want to work, and just trying to survive. It's crazy that we sacrifice so many things of our lives. Like, we sacrifice time, we sacrifice friendships for the most part, just to try and have a little better life. And it's just crazy for me, so it's insane, bro. Like I said, if you have the opportunity to ever have some money, to have a business, or to do something that's going to give you a better life, you should definitely go for it, because it's better to have, a little bit of structure than to not have structure at all. And I say that like coming from a person who, had to start from the bottom. I've seen my family, pretty much all of us, had seen my family like coming from the bottom, like the struggles and everything. And it's just really sad that, unfortunately, we do need money to survive and to live a life that's going to be, I don't know, maybe at least 3, 4, 5 times better than if you don't have anything at all. But shout out to Jack Pockets. Great video, amazing video, guys. This was my very first reaction, so I don't know if it sounds good. I don't know if it's really good. I'm trying to learn different ways. As you can see, in this little right side of the video is where I'm putting my face. On the left side, I'm putting the screen, and I'm just trying to learn how do I do with it. I'm trying to learn audio, and then I'm gonna start putting a lot of reactions and, just talking to you guys overall and building this community, which is also being my dream of, becoming a YouTuber, or at least, just trying to do something. And yeah, I just want to learn as much as I can. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If you have anything to criticize, anything that you want to give me as an advice or something, let me know. I'm just trying to improve for you guys. And yeah, that was a great video, man. If you had $1 trillion, what would you do? That's the question of the day. What would you do? What I would do, just to end the video, I would save my loved ones, my family, my friends, and the people that I actually care about, and even people that for some reason they became part of my life, and then for another reason they left. Even those people, if I still had consideration, I would still do it for them, because at the end of the day, I think money is a tool to be used for the good, and it's going to amplify who you are. So that's what I would do if I had $1 trillion. So yeah, bye.